everybody, and welcome back to my channel with Savannah. I'm Savannah, and today I wanted to talk about nails. Around 2020, I started doing my nails at home primarily, and I switched to the brand Olive & June. So I've really been using Olive & June now for about 2 years, and I honestly really love it. Olive & June, if you don't know, started out as a polish company. So they have a bunch of nail polishes. By now, they have a ton of beautiful colors because they release a whole new collection every single season. So I have a big collection. I haven't gotten any for like the last couple, so I definitely need to stock back up. With that, they started out with general polish where you put it on and it comes off with nail polish remover. And the really cool thing about them is they have this whole system. They have this free Olive & June boot camp that you can watch, and it teaches you how to keep your mani on for a lot longer and how to reduce chips. So flash forward a little bit, they came out with press-ons, which was kind of a big, I guess, shock to their core audience. It's just not something we were expecting. And I had done a video. I did a press-on unboxing, I did an application, and all of that. It was a really fun video, so I will link that in the description. I also did a removal video, so removal of their press-ons. I'll link that in the description box below as well if you want to check those out after. So because I haven't ordered in a while, I typically just use my polish collection, and I've been thinking a lot lately about how nice the press-ons are and how they meet some needs that nail polish doesn't, and vice versa. So I really wanted to do this video today to talk about the pros and cons of both, when it's good to wear one versus the other, and just kind of do a comparison and all of that jazz. So without further ado, we're gonna go get started. But if you're new to my channel, welcome. If not, welcome back, and make sure to subscribe. I post a lot of travel videos. We just bought a camper, so I like to post camping videos, and we'll be doing a lot of fun stuff upcoming with like the holiday season and autumn, so that's all really exciting. So yes, make sure to subscribe if you're new or if you haven't yet. Starting off, I just wanna show you what my nails look like right now. Right now I am wearing press-ons. I'm wearing the short style. So if you watched my other video where I did the press-ons, I bought long, thinking if I'm gonna have press-ons, like they should be as long as possible, right? Like they should look like fake nails. No, that didn't work out well for me. If you're someone who typically wears really long nails, that's perfect. But for me, they were just extremely long and I couldn't do my daily activities, and so that didn't work out. So I did the short, and I just think at this point I've gotten it down what sizes to put on my nails. I think they fit really well, and I just really like them. So I think the short is a really good length for me. As far as like how they look, once you get your size right, I was just home and my mom honestly thought these were my natural nails. She said that they look nice and everything, and then I told her they were press-ons and she literally couldn't believe it. And my mom is very attuned to that kind of stuff, so she would have noticed. So let me show you them right now. They're kind of a nude color. And really the key is like getting it under your cuticle, which doesn't hurt at all. It's really seamless, but it makes them look like they're your natural nails. So anyways, these are about 4 or 5 days in, I believe. So they're holding up really well. First, let's talk about application. So with regular polish, when you use Olive & June's boot camp and you really know the system, and you know that, you know, if you're a fan of Olive & June, they say prep is key. So the key to making your nail polish look good, look smooth, and stay on is preparation. So really once you do the proper prep and you paint slow and you learn what you're doing, your nail polish will look beautiful. I would say the hardest thing for me, at least personally, about regular polish is that it just takes a really long time for polish to dry. So they do have dry drops, and I like those, but dry drops and just drying your nails in general makes them dry to the touch. So if you're just like touching them, you know, you can kind of do some things, but they're still tacky, and they remain tacky for a while, I feel. So what I find is that I'm not one to just sit around for a long time. So when I start doing things, it just comes off, like it'll just kind of scrape right off. So if you need to use the restroom, if you're trying to pack, you're trying to do dishes, if you're trying to cook, like literally whatever you're trying to do, just existing, you can kind of scrape up your nails. And then they don't have that perfect, flawless finish that they did, even like the couple seconds ago when you painted them, or a couple minutes ago, whatever. So that I don't feel like is perfectly ideal. But when I paint my nails, I typically do like the nail primer or the nail strengthener. And then if I'm doing a darker color, I will do a base coat, and then I do polish, usually like 2 coats of that, and then you do a top coat. And then you could do your dry drops if you wish to help out with the drying process. With the press-ons, what I love about these is it is definitely quicker. There's a little bit of a learning curve at first, just like there is with polish, because you need to find your right sizes. And so what I like to do is once I find my perfect sizes, there's numbers on Olive & June's press-on kits. They have 42 sizes, which is actually way more than any you'll find on the market, so that's really awesome. So I like to write my write numbers down for which finger, and then the next time you just grab those. You don't have to sit and like kind of fit them. So that saves a lot of time there. And then really all you have to do is clip your nails. You know, if you're doing short or like extra short, you need to make sure your nails are gonna poke through. So you would make sure your polish is off, you would clip them down, you would buff them just so they stick a little bit better. You wipe them with an alcohol pad, and then you apply the glue and you put them on. You hold each one for 30 seconds and then it's done. I know I'm going through this fast. This video is more for kind of just a comparison and less for step by step. So again, those other videos that I have linked below will be really helpful for that. So as far as application is concerned, I would definitely say that press-ons are easier. If you have an unsteady hand or you just struggle with painting your nails, press-ons are a really great option because they already are perfectly shaped, which you can't shape them yourself, but they're already perfectly shaped. They already look really good. There's a lot of sizes to fit your nail, so you don't have to worry about shaping and all of that. It's just really nice. The other thing is you can paint over them. So like I have these nude. If I wanted to paint over them pink or whatever color I wanted, you can do that as well. So that's a really nice feature. I can shape them a little different. These ones are a little rectangle for me, so if I wanted to like round out the edges or whatever, you can do that. But what really for me has the biggest appeal for press-on nails is that after application, they're dry immediately. Once you hold them for that 30 seconds, you can do your hair, you can do your makeup, you can do your nails, you can do whatever, and it's fine. It says to wait about an hour before you submerge your hands in water, so you know, try to do that, but otherwise like, you can move your hands around and they don't pop off. So that is so nice. For wear, kind of when you're just like wearing your nails out and about, Olive & June does typically stay on a lot better than other nail polishes that I've used, but again, it's nail polish. So if you're submerging your hands in water a lot, you're doing a lot of dishes, laundry, cleaning, typing, like whatever it is, they're more likely to chip, and mine do chip. And so if you're out on a vacation, if you're just in the office, you know, you're busy, you carve that time out to do your nails just like you would to go to a salon. And you don't want to have your nails chipping after 3-4 days, you know, even 7 sometimes when you're just a busy person. You'd like to have them last a little bit longer. So with press-ons, what I really love is that they don't chip. So again, 4 days, they're looking really good. I could have a mani 4 days with polish and it would still look really good, but I do find that these have more of just like a flawless application, like a flawless design. So they look more like gel or acrylic nails. So as far as staying on, I think the press-ons are meant to last about 7 days, just like the nail polish. So it's about the same time that they say to expect. But basically what you're dealing with when you're looking between the two is with regular polish, do I want chipping, or with press-on nails, do I want them to pop off potentially? And what I always do and what I recommend is just bringing the little glue bottle with you. So put it in your purse, put it in like a Ziploc or something just in case it pops open so it doesn't get through your purse. Bringing that, and then just in case your nail pops off and you don't realize or you lose it, I would bring some of the other sizes that are at least close, because that way you're not walking around with like a completely bare nail. You can just put something on in the interim. That's what I recommend for this. So none have popped off yet, but when I've done them in the past, they do. You just real quick put glue back on. It's a very quick fix. Next, I want to talk about removal. So far in this video, it may seem like I am total team press-ons, and honestly, that's not entirely true. And at this point is really kind of the offset to everything we've been talking about so far. So while in general, press-ons seem to be a lot easier as far as application and wear, I would say that the removal system is so much easier with regular nail polish. With regular nail polish, Olive & June has a nail polish remover pot, and you just stick your finger and you kind of like twist it around, and then the nail polish comes off. It's really nice and convenient. Whereas press-ons, you're dealing with glue, so not only do you need to make sure that you can get the nails off and get them off safely and without damaging your nail, but you also have to get the glue off as well. So it's just a little bit more of a process. So Olive & June has a removal system. It's called Bye Bye Press-ons, and that is the one that I reviewed. Again, in the description box below, you can see that video. Basically, like at the salon, how they put acetone and cotton balls and then they wrap it in aluminum foil and let it soak. It's basically like that. They have these little pads, you put some acetone on it, and then you put these little like silicone things on your fingers, you let them soak, and then you scrape them off and you file it down, you know, you do what you need to do, and there's not supposed to be any damage. And for me, that works out really well. I just find that it takes much longer than obviously just like brushing off the polish with nail polish remover. Now, the way that I just described is the way that allows you to not be able to reuse your nails. So obviously, if you're completely like deteriorating the nail with acetone, you're scraping at it, you can't reuse them. These nails are made that they are able to be reused. Some people do, some people don't. But the way that you can reuse them is if you soak them in the bathtub. So think about if you've ever had fake nails, which I honestly haven't, or if you just have gel, or if you have press-ons, like whatever, how they start to kind of peel up around the edges after you've had them for a long time. Basically, that's kind of the same idea of what you want to do for this way, where you would save them. So the founder of Olive & June, who goes by SGT, the way that she likes to remove her press-ons is she likes to just take a really long bath, and then that will do that, where it'll just kind of loosen up the press-ons, and then you can kind of take them off that way. She doesn't reuse hers, but again, that's just the way that you can do it. With this bath removal method, you are essentially killing two birds with one stone, because you're getting your bath, you're relaxing, but you're also removing your press-ons. So we love that, anything where you can multitask, because certainly when you have all of those things in your fingers, all those pink things, you can't really do much else as far as using your hands. So it's kind of more just like a watching TV or maybe reading sort of activity. As a recap, when looking at ease of removal, I would definitely say that the regular polish wins this round, as it is much easier to take it off that way. As far as damage is concerned, honestly, if you remove your press-ons properly, there will not be damage. With that, I would say use like whichever one is your preference, because as long as you're taking the time to remove them properly and you're not just ripping them off when they're not ready, your nails won't be damaged. Next, let's touch on cost. For a set of press-ons, it is $10. This kit comes with everything that you need to apply your press-ons, including the nails, the glue, the alcohol wipe, the file, the cuticle pushback stick, everything that you need. It doesn't come with the removal. However, again, you can remove them for free just if you do like the soak method, like in the bathtub, or if you just want to like sit with your hands in water and soak. If you want to do it that way, you can do it that way as well. So everything that you need comes right in that little container. And again, there is a press-on system, which I do have, and certain things like that can make your process a little bit easier. But if you just want bare minimum, you just want to put on some press-ons, that $10 little system is everything that you need. A bottle of polish is $9. So if you're thinking about the life of that $9 polish and how many manicures you would get out of that bottle of $9 polish, obviously that outweighs the cost of press-ons. While you can reuse press-ons, sometimes they get damaged, or you just don't want to wear them again, or they feel gross or whatever. So the likelihood of you reusing those press-ons over and over and over again, for me at least, isn't very high. I can see maybe using them one more time, but it's not something that's like super likely. Whereas polish, you can use a bottle of polish over and over and over again for a really long time. That being said, I think that the vast majority of us like to switch up our colors, especially when you see how many colors Olive & June has. It's very easy to get caught up in different moods that you're in, whether you want neutrals, or maybe you want black nails, or maybe you want something more seasonal, or maybe you want something that has a design on it. It's a lot more likely that you're going to want to switch that up. So it's not like you'll just be buying this one $9 bottle of polish. You will likely be buying multiple colors of this $9 bottle of polish, plus base coat and top coat are separate. And just like there is a press-on system, there's also a mani system, which I recommend. There's also a petty system, and those are a bit extra, but those come with all of the extra things that make it a bit easier and better for application. So something that if you're going to be doing your nails at home a lot, you may want to look into, or look into investing in the future. So overall, I think the cost of doing your nails at home is significantly lower than going into the salon. Especially right now, I find that really pretty designs are very in, and if you go to a salon where they're charging you like $5 extra per nail just for a design, you can get a little container of press-ons that have the designs already on, and it's $10. So $10 versus your $60-ish mani trip is significantly better. And then Olive & June also just came out with little like pens that help you to make designs on polish, and they have stickers and all of that kind of jazz if you want an easy design. So we basically covered all of the main things when you think about your nails, but the one thing that I really wanted to touch on just to wrap up this video is, when do I use either one? So I want to tell you a really quick story about why I put these press-ons on. My husband and I just went to a wedding, and I hadn't had time to do my nails before. So we were driving, and I was trying to paint my nails in the car. Not an ideal situation whatsoever, especially because the car we were in was kind of bumpy in the road, so that made it really difficult. But I was trying to do my nails, and because of the road, I was getting some jaggy, it was kind of like this, and there was all over the place. And then I just didn't have the time in our vehicle to let them dry and not mess anything up. So that's what happens a lot. I think if you are in a situation where you're a little bit time poor, you're rushing to an event, or you have a certain outfit you want to match your nails to, or you have a big event, you don't have time for your nails to dry, or you just want a really pretty design and you're not very good at doing your designs yet, for a big event or for a job interview or anything kind of significant where you really want your nails to look really nice and polished well, and you want the shape to be pristine and everything, I truly recommend press-ons. I think they're amazing. Otherwise, if it's just day to day, and if you have a chip here or there, and it's okay that while you're in the learning process, they're not completely perfect, although they still look really nice, I recommend polish. Polish is really nice. It's not like it takes forever or anything. It's really just the drying piece. So if you're not in a hurry for drying, if you want to just use that as a time to relax, where you maybe just sit on the couch, catch up on an episode of your favorite TV show or YouTube channel, or listen to a podcast or something while you kind of just sit there, then it is an excellent choice to do polish. And I am a huge fan of both and will continue to use both. But I do think that there truly is a time and place for both, and it's kind of the mood that you're in. It's like, would you rather sit and paint, or would you rather just pop them on? It's what you are in the mood to do. And again, I like to switch back and forth. I think if you like to switch back and forth, that's great. But I really just wanted to make this video to highlight some of the pros and cons of both. You certainly don't have to use Olive & June for this either. This video is not sponsored or anything. That's just the brand that I find works really well for me. I find that when I use other press-ons, they don't have enough sizes to really fit my nails properly, and I have tried a couple other ones. With the 42 different nails, if you are a press-ons person, you'll know that that is plenty to help get you the proper size. And same thing with other polish. I've loved OPI and Essie in the past, and I still do. It's just Olive & June is really the brand that I stick to nowadays. So really, you can use any brands you want, anything, but yeah, I just wanted to highlight some of that because I know we like to have our nails done, to look polished, and kind of have it be as easy as possible. That way we can focus on some of the other things in life. So I love you all. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Remember to subscribe. It really helps to support my channel and makes me really happy. I absolutely love having you all around. Comment if you have any ideas of videos you would like me to do in the future, or if you like this nail content, if you have anything else that you would like me to show you in the future. Otherwise, just stay tuned for the next one. I can't wait to see you guys then. Love you. Bye. One of us gotta say